So what did I learn in Honors English 9? I learned that texts written by writers with certain cultural beliefs are more difficult to comprehend than other texts. For example, Anthem by Ayn Rand. This book was considered very difficult to read and understand, and it contradicts many cultural beliefs that many members of society in America were raised on. This is written by Ayn Rand, a person from the Russian society during the Bolshevik Revolution, who created a philosophy of objectivism, which we don't see that often in America. It takes place in a dystopian society, which we don't see often in America, or this country, or this continent, or planet, except for maybe North Korea. Let's take a book that we might be more familiar with, To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. This book was considered easy to read and understand. It contains many well-known philosophies, such as being against racism, being the judicial court system, all men are equal, the list goes on and on. It was written by Harper Lee, an American writer. It takes place nearby, in a nearby state, just a few decades ago or so, like 1950, 60, 40, 70, 30, that kind of area, around World War I and II. Let's take another book that was a bit more difficult to read, such as Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe. This book was considered difficult to understand, and it was written by Chinua Achebe, as I said earlier, who was a Nigerian raised on the cultural beliefs of the Igbo society. It takes place on a different continent, Africa, but well over a century or two ago, around a time when Christianity was brought to Africa and sort of started wiping out their culture. It holds many contradicting cultural beliefs, such as just how Christianity, a cultural belief that we see very often in America and Europe and South America, many other countries and continents, being notified as the negative, like the bad guy, destroying, wiping out these people just living there. We see Christianity just really wipe out their cultural beliefs and leave nothing really left of them. Cool. That'd be after the book, but you get the point. Now let's look at the facts. Books that were similar to cultures we live in today were easier to read than books from different cultures, which were harder to read. Newer books were easier, older books were harder. The list goes on and on and on. We kind of just get this ideal of cultural society pounded into our heads as a child, and we kind of, for example, like freedom of speech, America, yada yada yada, kind of just get this cultural belief pounded into our head, and then when we hear of anything else, and we simply just take a while to process it, and it takes a lot longer. So it makes books that really just contradict everything we're raised on. Just makes that harder. So yeah, I'm not gonna leave you waiting longer. Thanks for watching this. Have a nice day. Enjoy your menu. Hope you enjoyed this.